The episodes in this playlist are presented to you in the form of an audiobook.
One of my students asked me, what do I do when prospects just won't stop talking? You know exactly what I'm talking about? The people who yap on and on and on, giving you 5-minute answers and derailing the conversation. I've analyzed more than 800 sales calls, and this is the number one reason closers lose deals they should easily win. They let talkative prospects hijack the conversation, burn through their mental energy, and then they wonder why they hear "I need to think about it" after 90 minutes of rambling. So in this training, I'm going to show you how to handle these situations so you take control back without being rude or disrespectful, plus how to redirect chatty prospects into a buying state. Let's get into it.
What if they talk a lot? What if, I'm doing the temperature check, or like the thing that I did with Serenity before? Some women, they're like, yeah, I want to know the price because I need to hold my daughter's birthday party in August, and they just keep yapping, and I completely forget what I need to say because they talk much.
Yeah.
And they tell me all the reasons they want to know the price, and I got overwhelmed.
Yeah. But when that happens, it's very clear that there is a concern in regards to the investment, in regards to the price. It's very clear that there's almost like a little bit of anxiousness because I don't know the price, and not knowing the price is conditioning my entire state. When that happens, you have to call it out. You have to say, "Oh yeah, sure, no worries, but can I just point out something that I'm just noticing here?" Yeah, sure. Like, you've asked multiple times for the price, and again, like, no intention of hiding the price or anything. This is literally what we do in these calls. But I have to ask, what's coming up for you? What is actually coming up for you? Or what's popping out in your head that is making you constantly focus on the price rather than on the process and on whether this is what you're looking for? I'm really curious because I don't have a lot of it. Because this sounds very expensive. Okay, cool. And I totally get that. I totally understand that. I want you to know that even if the price is completely out of your range, even if this is completely not affordable to you, that doesn't make you less worth it. That doesn't decrease your value. I want you to know that I'm going to value you, your goals in this conversation, regardless of whether you can afford this or not. No worries at all. You're good. This is a safe place. But my concern is that if you're always constantly seeking for help, depending on whether you do have and you do not have the funds, you might fall into just making decisions conditioned by that rather than looking for what you truly need and what you truly believe is going to make you successful. Would you agree? Right, so it's just literally compassion. It's like, I can see you're super stressful about the price. No worries, we'll cover that. But you cannot be on this call being stressed about the price, because then we're going to miss the whole point. We're not going to be focused on what matters. What matters is what you need and whether this is what you need or not. And if this is what you need, go on.
I have people coming in, like, even when I'm trying to dig in the future pleasure, then they talk about the pain, and they talk so much, like they get my structure all like they just disappears, and I'm just like, okay, now we're talking about the pain. All right, let's just go into that, because obviously she want to talk about the pain. But it's when
that's a good thing. We're gonna definitely circle back to that because I want to give you some feedback there. But Florian, you raised your hand. So do you have anything that you want to add here or ask?
You can finish that basically.
Okay. So it's very important, Roya, and this is for everybody. And this is something that I also struggle at the beginning. Well, not struggle, but it's sort of like I have this question, right? Because the way I was trained at the beginning, I was trained, go with the flow. If they give you pleasure, just tap into the pleasure. If they jump into pain, just tap into the pain. But then I realized that if I do that, I give them the control. They are running the call, right? And I am indirectly and subconsciously feeding a pattern that they can talk about whatever they want, and they can just sort of like take the they can be the driver's seat because I've been letting them do that for the entire call.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I feel out of control when they talk too much.
Exactly.
And I'm like, now I feel I'm
Yeah.
not the one that can tell them the price because they just
Exactly.
ask for it, you know?
So we have to stop that. So even if at the beginning you ask for a North Star, they start giving you a lot of emotion, and they start going into what they want and the pleasure and their goals and your dreams. You have to stop them. You have to stop them. The reason why is because they need to see energetically and subtly, not literally, how you are in control of the call, like how you are guiding them. Even if they're just giving you emotion, this might sound counterintuitive, but the problem, if you just give them waffle for the first 10 minutes and you let them just take the conversation to where they want, is that subconsciously and indirectly you're giving up the control. So right from the beginning of the conversation, you control the amount of information they give you. You control it. So if they're going too much, you go, hold on, Roya, can you hear me? Oh, is this working? Oh yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. That's great. Thank you so much for sharing. Is it okay if I ask you a question and we should go back to that later? To control again. You have to interrupt them. Very important. Real quick, before we get into that, we'll circle back to that. Can I ask you 3-4 questions to really get a basic understanding of your business? Well, we're gonna definitely. I really want to know. We're gonna definitely go back to that. Is that okay? Again, interruption. You have to interrupt them, Broya.
Yeah. Okay. That's my
Okay.
pleaser.
It's uncomfortable
Yeah.
until it's not uncomfortable anymore.
Yeah, especially when you're talking with women, I don't know, it's just so different. Especially when they start crying and all that. It's like, oh, like I had a woman crying after 4 minutes. It was like, okay, let's dig into that.
Yeah. A little bit more leading. You need to lead them a little bit more. You don't be afraid. Again, it's in their best interest. It's like, hey, Roya, can you hear me? That's great. Thank you for sharing. Now, I do have another questions, and we're definitely going to circle back to that. But can I ask you something real quick? I really love to know your thoughts here. It's good interruption. They're not going to feel it in the wrong way or anything.
All right, that is it for this episode. If you like it, smash the like button. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next one.